Well, I don't know what happened just there. I don't know if it froze for you, but it just kind of like, yeah, the thing just kind of
Oh.
glitched out for me. But I don't. Maybe it was just my computer. What's going on, everybody? It's me, your boy Gilbert,
And me, Harry.
and it is the Fulcrum Entertainment Podcast. No Pika today because I guess he's currently weathering. No pun intended. He's weathering Storm Amy.
Yeah,
So,
Storm Amy's come for Peaky.
So yeah, pray for him. But keep your prayers for him, but your thoughts on this, because this is we're doing the podcast right now. We need as many people as we can to help the conversation, because it's a shooting the shit episode. We got very little. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot to talk about, but just like very little that I've seen a couple of movies, but that's it. I don't know. What have you been up to? Have you seen any movies? Or how have you been, Harrison? Tell everyone what's going on.
Oh God, no! I am doing my usual thing of I am several years behind pop culture. So unless this podcast makes me watch something, I don't know shit. I am playing the Resident Evil 4 remake, which I didn't play when it came out, so I'm doing that now. Enjoying it as I kind of knew I would. It's hard to fuck up Resident Evil 4. Although I am slightly sad that I've completed a run through now, and I was looking forward to being able to get the Chicago typewriter and go back with infinite ammo and fuck everyone up. But they've upped the challenge that you have to do to get that now, which is fair. But I liked being able to play the game and have to put no effort in it.
So what is the challenge now?
I think the Chicago typewriter is like you have to complete it on professional mode with an A rank or an S rank, which I don't really want to do.
No, I get that. I wouldn't want to do that either. I think I saw when I was playing it originally, I think there's like some ridiculous thing you have to do to get the knife, like the non-breakable knife. But yeah, I didn't want to do that either. I forget exactly. I think it's like you have to perfect one of the levels, or you have to speed run. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think there might be you have to destroy all the Clockwork Castellans, which I'm in my second run through, and I was like, I'm going to pick all those up while I'm here, and then just completely forgot about one of them. So I have completely messed that up, and I won't be able to get that this run through. But I'm picking up some other things. This morning, I had to kill the Salazar's right hand without using the liquid nitrogen to freeze him.
Oh, cool.
And that bastard dodged my rocket launcher. I am so mad about it.
So, like, what do you mean did he like jump into a vent or something right as you fired at him, or what?
He moved. I don't know, like, whether it's a specific dodge, but he moved and it went past him and hit the wall behind him. He got knocked over by the shockwave, but I'm like, God damn it. I wanted a, like, dead-on strike, hit with that rocket launcher, and then I can take him out with my Magnum, and this should be much easier. Did not go down that way. I used up almost all of my ammo. So I now need to move on to like the rest of the game with just my handgun ammo. Although I've got a Red 9 that's fully customized, so my handgun's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no. I love that game. So both of those games. I love the 2005 version and the remake so much. I need to jump back into the remake then. Like I haven't played that. I think I played that the one time when it came out, and I did it for the stream on here on the channel. And then after that, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna, yeah, dude, you should definitely jump into that and like stream it for people, or do some. Have you like play in that, or try to, I don't know, do whatever. Just a thought.
Oh,
it's Halloween time.
It's a good idea. Actually, I've been wanting to do some streams, but I have been. It's the homeowner thing now. I have wanted to get a new PC so I could start like playing games and stuff on stream, because it's a pain in the ass on my console, and my console's downstairs and my office is up here. But then being a homeowner, I have not been able to save any money because I have to keep spending money on where I fucking live.
Yeah, no, I absolutely feel that. I had to spend over $1,000 to buy a fucking a shed that I had to put in my side yard, and then spend hours building that. I got I'm working on renovating my garage to turn that into like a little like side house.
Nice.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. Like the struggle is real, and then also with that, I mean, my girlfriend want to plan a vacation here in the coming months. So it's like all of these things start coming up, and then it's just like, well, fuck. I guess a gaming computer can wait.
Yeah, it really sucks. Yeah, and yeah, I had to. I've got some work on my car, So that was it. I had dishwasher because I'm that kind of boring bastard now. No, I
Dude,
box.
fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Literally, like, all right, so I'm gonna say that literally a few weeks ago, my friend brought us all over to her house, and she showed off her oven, her new oven. She's like, check it out. It's stainless steel. It's like a chrome finish, and it's got all self clean. And she's showing off all these cool little like feet. So, nah, and we are literally, it's like as old as people. Ooh, ah. So I'm like, yeah, that is just a natural thing that you just as you get older, you're like, fuck that, dude. I want appliances. Give me a blender. Give me if someone were to give me a KitchenAid, forget.
Mr. Action, what do you think I'm doing? I am washing dishes with my hands, but I wanted a machine to do it for me so I could do other things. That's what it's about.
At the risk of alienating the audience, that's for poor people. No, but seriously though, real quick, I want to take a shout out to BR Bricks because they said that this is the first time I think we've seen them in the stream, and they said they've been at Fulcrum night for years. I'm never able to catch a live stream. Glad I finally was able to make it to the party. So thank you for making it. That's very awesome of you. We very much appreciate you.
Thanks very much.
And I hope you enjoy the audiobooks or any of the other content that brought you to this channel. Let me see. Harry, do you expect to get trickle theaters? What the fuck is a trickle theater? Trick or treater? Wow, I'm dyslexic.
I expect I will. I got them last year. It was the first time I ever had trick or treaters. I used to live in apartments for a long time, and no one ever came to apartments for trick or treating. But so last year I was like, maybe someone will. I'll get some candy in case, and I had to leave the house and get more candy halfway through the night.
Oh wow. It's weird. I guess it's kind of the same here. Even though I live in a neighborhood, most of the people end up going to like the nicer neighbor. Like there's our entire neighborhoods or entire like areas of the city here where it's considered to be like that's the nice place, or that's the one that that's the area where they have like block parties or shit like that for the kids. Okay. So like sometimes I'll get like a couple of trick or treats, and then there was one year where I get like just nothing but. So I don't know. It's hit and miss here for us. I don't like Halloween for that exact reason, because I don't want to have to deal with little kids.
Yeah, it was a learning experience for me. I was like, cool, we'll probably have maybe a couple of trick-or-treaters, I got some stuff in case, but we're going to sit down, watch a horror movie, and then I'll just get up and deal with them, whatever. I was up and down all night dealing with these trick-or-treaters, and the horror movie I'd chosen to watch, if you've never seen it, is a movie called Feast, which is not child-friendly. There is a moment where one of the monsters, there's a moment where one of the monsters gives birth to a little child version of it, in a rather graphic way. And then at one point, they use a woman who's been knocked out as a lure for the other monsters. I think they strap a bomb to her or something. And she is orally violated by the tiny monster that was born earlier in the movie. It's a great movie. I recommend it. It's a wacky movie. But yeah.
So I'm looking this up as we speak. I'm looking up the Feast monster. Oh God, that's freaky.
Yeah, Jason Mewes is in it as well. Weirdly,
Jason. That's awesome.
And Henry Rollins of Black Flag, if you're into your hardcore punk.
I am not, but rock on to anyone who is. Here, let me share the screen. So, yeah, guys, if you're interested in horror films, this is where we're at. This creepy thing.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of the sequels. That might be Feast too.
So you say one of the sequels. How many movies does Feast? Oh shit! Sorry.
I think it has at least 3. Hang on, let me check. Let's see. Feast. Can I find out how many?
Patrick, I find it really strange how you call it trickle treats. It's freaking it weirds me out, and it like you shouldn't say that.
It is 3. So there is Feast, and there is Feast 2 Sloppy Seconds, and Feast 3: The Happy Finish. I have not seen Feast 3. I saw Feast 2. It wasn't as cool as the first Feast, in my opinion, but does some interesting stuff.
See, I'm kind of a basic bitch when it comes to that. If I'm going to watch horror movies on Halloween, then I'm going to watch like Halloween. I'm going to watch that. I'll maybe Friday the 13th, like The Evil Dead, but like the original version.
Okay.
Like, I'm one of like I'll watch like the 80s horror fest, or I might maybe put on like Scooby Doo just to be like I'm talking like old 70s episodes of Scooby Doo.
Like Scooby Doo and the Adam West Batman.
Exactly. Scooby Doo meets Don Knotts. It's like
Jesus.
It's like, well, because why not? But anything could be a Halloween movie if you think hard enough about it.
yeah, sure thing. No,
actually, don't do drugs. I mean, wearing a Dare shirt to is a gift. Don't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So don't do drugs. But if you ever want to have a fun Halloween, as some like acid or mushrooms and over the garden wall.
Oh, okay.
Which very much feels like a Halloween kind of thing because it's creepy and kind of off-putting, and it's I don't know. The animation style is really weird, especially when you're tripping.
That's okay. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Over the garden wall, that little kid makes me so mad. I don't know if any substance could make me not furious at that child, and if I was in a different state, I might break my TV.
I don't know. Me and my brother were watching it one year, and we were just having a ball, just like enjoying the crazy like the kid is ridiculous. Honestly, I think also the Frodo's character. I know his older brother, the older brother in that. Yeah, I'm like he bugs the ever living crap out of me. I'm not sure if it's just because it's Elijah Wood.
I was fine with that. It was like, I think when my brother was showing it to me, my brother was like, "This is incredible," and put it on, and I was sitting through that potatoes and molasses episode, and I was like, "Why have you done this to me?" And like we tend to do this at Christmas, like around Christmas time. There'll be a point where like late at night where me and him are still up, so we'll watch like a season of like a small Cartoon Network show, like Infinity Train or something like that. Infinity Train, great show, thoroughly recommend it. But yeah, the year he made me watch Over the Garden Wall, I was so angry with him. I was like, "You have wasted my fucking time. You have made me watch this awful, awful goddamn show."
Oh, I mean, the first time I ever watched it was being under the influence, and it was awesome. Freaked me out halfway through. About halfway through, I'm just like, all right, we need to watch something. We need to like put on Finding Nemo or something. I need something happy. It was starting to freak me the hell out.
I want to acknowledge BR Bricks, who said, "Might be a hot take, but my favorite horror movie are the Rec series of movies. Spanish demon zombies at its finest." Yeah, I haven't seen the sequels, but Rec is a classic. Rec is fantastic. Yeah, it's Spanish as in Spain, and it's a found footage horror movie, all about zombies. It's a small apartment building gets infested by zombies, and a camera crew gets trapped in there, and it's ace.
That one's good. And see, there's one that's kind of like that. I think it's not Contagion. It's basically the one is like a bunch of people in an apartment complex get like there's like an outbreak of like I want to say rabies or something like that. Like someone ends up like biting one of the residents, and it ends up becoming a whole thing. And so the government ends up putting like a tent over it. If they try to break out and they end up getting sniped, like one of the guys like tries to rip out of it and he gets shot. And so they're just like, oh shit, we're trapped in here. What? And yeah, so I forget exactly what that movie is called, but yeah, it sounds very similar, just different. Like it's zombies rather than like again like infected, with a virus or yeah, you get what I'm saying. Instead of it being rabies, it's like a zombie virus is in yours. Quarantine. Yeah. That's the one. Quarantine. I knew it was something like that. And yeah, Contagion is a whole other movie.
Thanks very much, man.
Yeah, nice. Just finished the Darth Plagueis playlist. I loved it. It was awesome. Your impressions are impressive. You should see how he does Master Splinter in the last Ronin comics.
Yes, that's a new impression for you.
Ooh,
Just
here's one from John Early. Do you think that The Conjuring got worse? So I have only seen the first Conjuring. Have never seen any of the other ones. I don't care about those movies. So Harrison, what do you think?
yeah, to be honest, I think The Conjuring was bad from the beginning. I did not enjoy The Conjuring, partly because I am a nerd who really likes sort of true crime. It's not really true crime, but like paranormal stories from the real world. And I forget their names right now. The two paranormal investigators who were in that were shitty people. And I hate the way that The Conjuring really makes them sound incredible and changes actually what happened and removes all the interesting stuff from those stories. Also, like Annabelle, like how Annabelle was like spun off of that, and the Annabelle doll they've got is like this porcelain doll with the creepy face, whereas the doll, the actual Annabelle, is a Raggedy Ann doll. Like, it's not scary at all.
I remember that. Well, it's because that a Raggedy Ann doll is not off-putting. It's like no matter what I know the legend of like anyone who goes to that store where it is, if they fuck with it, then they end up like having something horrible happen to them or whatever. But yeah, no, it's because if you put that into a movie, if you put a Raggedy Ann doll in a movie, it feels like you're watching an episode of Goosebumps.
It does. Also, like the movies, or at least the first Conjuring, looked awful. The way it was shot was terrible. I thought, I can't stand it. I preferred Insidious, although Insidious, I would say, got worse. I think where like the fourth movie's better than the third movie, but like it was hard to get past the third movie. That one wasn't very good. But the first two Insidious movies, I like.
Let me see here. Aaron says, "Sounds like Sweet Home, a Korean zombie-ish series on Netflix." Is what I think that's what you were describing.
Yeah, I think I know that one. Is that the one where they play Imagine Dragons like whenever something like crazy happens? It's really odd that like Imagine Dragons just comes on.
That's kind of cool. I'm kind of into that. The only zombie thing from Netflix that I'm aware of, or that I've watched it not recently, but years ago, was it's called Black Summer, and it's like I guess it's like a South Korean like zombie series. Like one of the characters, I just liked it because it was interesting. Because like one of the episodes involves a character who is deaf but has to go through all of this zombie shit going on, but can't hear a damn thing, and I think that's just kind of an interesting like barrier that they don't really often deal with in a zombie movie.
I do like that. I appreciate when a zombie movie takes an interesting angle at something. I think I was talking to my girlfriend. She goes and stays with her dad for a few days of the week, then comes and stays at my house a few days of the week because we live quite close to each other. And her and her dad are currently rewatching The Walking Dead, and so we talked a lot about how The Walking Dead, I think, is like the death of zombie stuff. Like The Walking Dead made everything that was zombies feel so tired and so awful. Particularly because they then were like, oh, but the really scary bit is the people. I'm like, yeah, you can't do that for 8 seasons. Like, we need something else rather than just, oh, but what about this other gang?
Yeah, I was gonna say you say that, but then we have what is it? There's The Walking Dead. Then there's the Fear the Walking Dead, which is like the prequel, but also it runs into the same timeline. Like it's like it's leading up to it, and then a few years into it. Then they have The World Beyond, which is like 20 some odd years in the future. They have Dead City, which involves Negan and Maggie in New York. They have The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, and then The Ones Who Live, which I think it's about Michonne and Rick.
No.
They have and then if I'm not mistaken, they either are working on or they had released another like a bunch of spin-off stuff or like little like one-off episodes on the internet.
No. The Walking Dead. How can I describe this? The Walking Dead is like Costco of zombies. Like it is like it's the most, or maybe that's not the right, but it's the generic brand that everyone thinks. It's the Hershey's of zombies. It's like everyone knows about it. It's not really that good, but it's the most popular because it's everywhere and it's easy to get. Like
it definitely made zombies like a household thing. Like before that there was like the Night of the Living Dead and Day of the Dead and like Land of the Dead and all these other like George Romero movies, but that was still very much a like horror. It was really only among horror fans and and like a few of like a cult, like I would say cult fans were really into it. But then we get then we get to The Walking Dead, which uses a lot of the same like makeup artists and a lot of the same writers and people to make that feel. But it definitely just kind of stole the vibe and then like made it like you're right. I would say it's instead of Costco, I'd say it's like the Walmart of zombies.
Yeah, maybe that.
Maybe you guys probably don't have. I don't think you have Walmart in the UK.
We don't have Walmart. No, there's a supermarket chain we have that's owned by Walmart called Asda, which is sort of not exactly the same, but kind of the same vibe. And yes, Mr. Action, we do have Costco. There's not that many of them, but they are around. I have never bothered to buy a card.
Ooh, there we go. Then what is Resident Evil then? The Diet No, Resident Evil is a zombie anime. That's what that is.
Kind of. Yeah, like Resident Evil, I think part of the reason that Resident Evil, because trust me, I'm aware that Resident Evil is far from perfect. I love how dumb it is. Like, that's one of my favorite things about Resident Evil. It's part of the reason why Resident Evil 4 is so good, because it's so ridiculous and so camp. And actually, that's one of the things I think is sad about the remake. It takes out some of the dumber stuff. Like, some of the things are still in there, but I don't know. The giant clockwork Castellan,
it's absolutely an anime in the same way that like Metal Gear Solid is just a military anime. Like it has a lot of like it's all American characters, but still though it's like hyper militarized. It's like really gun focused. Like, and apparently in Japan they're really into like Western guns and like that kind of thing. Like they're really into the military or into like, I don't know, man. Apparently there's a whole subculture of Japanese dudes who love the fucking gunslinger, like, cowboy thing. So,
and you can definitely tell it when you look at the older games, like the original Resident Evil 4. Some of the things that Leon does, just like the poses and the animation they give him, it has a real, it's really got an anime bend to it.
It's a Solid Snake thing, but or the Revolver Ocelot.
Yeah. Oh god, Revolver Ocelot. Man, they've remade Snake Eater, and I'm kind of like, do I want to play Snake Eater? God, a bit of me wants to, but I'm not sure I can do it anymore. I tried a few years ago when they re-released it on the 360. I think like they bundled like Metal Gear Solid 2 and Snake Eater together. And I tried replaying it, and it's, I don't know, I could deal with it when I was 12, but I can't these days.
See, I've never actually played the original. I played the original Metal Gear Solid, but that's the only one I've ever tried. And then I played Metal Gear 5, but I've never tried Snake Eater. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should try the remake. Like with all the quality of life improvements they've made to it now, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, I would say it might be worth it. I loved when I was a kid. I loved Snake Eater, with the proviso that because again I was a kid. I used to play like almost every game I played on easy, and like Metal Gear Solid is nothing when it's on like easy or very easy mode. It's so easy to get through. It's still long because it's still a massive game. And I remember when part of the thing that put me off was when I was older, I was like, I'm not going to play on easy anymore. I'm an adult now. And I hated it. Like, because I didn't know how to play any other way than just like going through and killing anyone I liked. Like the fact that like I knocked a guy out and then they were like, huh? He hasn't radioed in. Like, alert everybody. There's someone around here. I was like, oh no, come on, just let me hide.
But that is realistic though. That like in real life, if you took out a guard, he wouldn't radio in, and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, why isn't he?" Because every like hour they're supposed to radio in and be like, "Yep, I'm good."
Yeah, which makes sense. I would argue that I don't need realism from a game where a man who has the control of lightning is bumming one of the other Russian generals like in his fleet, and he's going to fight me with the woman who like constantly has her boobs out but is apparently the boss and some king of judo.
Dude, like the boss, fucking Quiet, goddamn, I think there's Sniper Wolf.
The Sniper Wolf. There's also Eva and
Meryl.
Snake Eater and Meryl, of course. The Metal Gear Solid games are horny games.
and anime by its very nature is a horny thing. I'm like, also the Resident Evil games are kind of horny, at least their first iterations, I would say. Like the remakes, not as much, but the original ones, I would definitely say are kind of horny.
I did notice in the Resident Evil 4 remake, they take out not only the looking up Ashley's skirt thing, they also take out the ballistics line, which is terrible. I always thought it was funny.
I mean, yeah, it's very sexist, but and possibly kind of racist on that part to assume that the Spaniard is going to be like promiscuous. But also, still though, I'm like, whatever, dude, just let it be a stupid line. Like, if they ever re-release Resident Evil 5, I want them to take out the punching of a rock. Then, if him making a sexual comment about Ashley is not okay, then Chris punching the rock with his fucking fist is not. Shit has to go.
Yeah, I can get that.
Metal Gear is not a Gooner game. Metal Gear 5 is absolutely a Gooner game.
Mr. Action, Metal Gear Solid 2 literally has an Easter egg where you make Solid Snake goon in a locker. Shut up.
One of the things you can use is a fucking cardboard box with a bikini girl on it to distract people. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, you can put down like swimsuit magazines to distract guns.
I think it's in Sons of the Patriots or the second in Metal Gear 2. Yeah. The fucking dude Ryu or whatever the fuck his name is, he runs around naked. Raiden runs around naked. So I'm like, bro, you can't.
What's her name? Is it Destiny or Face or something? The woman who can't be shot, who's just in a swimsuit the entire game, with the ridiculous tan and like the bleach blonde hair. Hideo Kojima is an interesting guy. And I do remember feeling weird as a child playing those games. Like there's the bit where it gets revealed that Emma Emmerich almost drowned because Otacon was stupping her mother.
I mean, the power of boners is stronger, my friend.
It's madness.
All right, so John Early says, you know how Man of Steel 2013 is Superman with them removing the cheesiness. Resident Evil 4 remake is Man of Steel. They removed the cheesiness from it. I think that you're kind of. They tried to make it more horror themed and more like scary. That's why the opening is a lot darker and creepier. And there's no more shooting birds' nests. There's no more I don't know. There's just. Although I would still say it has some cheesiness because what's his name? Leon does an unnecessary backflip with the chainsaw lady mission, like with the boss fight.
Yeah, he does do that. He doesn't have the laser corridor anymore that he has to deal with because they took out all the quick time events. You're right. They definitely tried to get rid of some of the cheese, which I think is not good because I think that's part of what Resident Evil is. Like I know Resident Evil 7 is way less cheese than any of the other Resident Evil games, way more serious. But then they sort of brought it back with Resident Evil 8, and they were like, "This is ludicrous." Like it's a fantasy world where like these people are like literally ghosts now or whatever. She's a vampire and she's giant and has the biggest rack in all of the land. And then, one of them's a fish man, and one of them's a woman who is a doll but isn't a doll.
The ridiculous amounts of modding that have happened on 8 with that lady, and like I saw someone turn one of their weapons into a fly swatter that makes a whoosh noise, and then they put the chick into like a lingerie so you could see her see her ass and stuff. And so what they're doing, they're running around like dodging her and then just going whoosh, whoosh, on her butt multiple times. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? It's like Resident Evil is like one of the it's because the gamers are horny, but still though, it becomes one of the horniest games ever.
Yeah.
Although I think I'm gonna jump. God damn, it's only $7. It's $7 fucking bucks right now on Steam.
Oh, what for what?
Resident Evil 7, and then 8 is like $9.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
I'm like, and I could ooh. Gills plays Resident Evil 7. Gills plays Resident Evil 7 for the first time.
Oh, I love Resident Evil 7. It's so good. It really works well, I think, for being just a scary game. I love it.
And then Superman 2025 is Resident Evil 8. They brought the cheesiness back. Thanks, James Gunn.
you know what? Yeah,
Uh,
I'll go with that. I think that tracks, and I am grateful they did that in Resident Evil 8 because Resident Evil 8 is so much fun, and I'm so glad they did it.
mhm. I know that in Resident Evil 8, like Chris Redfield comes back and there's like a DLC you can play as him, like as a agent, whatever.
Yeah, I haven't played that DLC, and I think there's a DLC where you play as Ethan Winter's daughter.
Mhm.
There is a really cheesy DLC for Resident Evil 7 where you play as a cousin or like an uncle of one of the members of the like monster family that you meet, and you don't have any guns. You just punch things and throw spears at them. So like you're just like decking out alligators at one point. It's pretty great.
That's awesome. I see now. I got again. It's only $7. So I'm like, God damn it. I think I might end up buying the fucking game. There's so many games on my list that I have to play. I like that Halo is not horny. No, again, just the gamers who play it are horny. Okay, so real quick, I saw this and I wanted to come back to it. So, Harrison, Naruto or Boruto?
Neither. Like, no. No. You can keep whatever this nonsense is away from me. No, not only because I'm not really much of an anime guy. I'll admit that there are some anime things that I've seen and I've enjoyed. Most of them Ghibli movies, and it's not the same as watching a TV show anime. I completely agree. But also Naruto. If what was I saying before? If Walking Dead is the Walmart of anime, I don't know. Like Naruto's like the Fago of anime. It's just like the most basic, cheapest, like, yeah, just whatever, just have this. Same thing with One Piece, and to be honest, same thing with Dragon Ball Z. Like, I loved Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, but it's lazy. They just keep pumping it out. Screw it. Like, if you're gonna watch anime, watch better stuff.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm all like I am all for the different waifus that are in those different shows. Like I'm a Nami fan till the day I die. But the thing about that is that if your only fucking defense is that, oh, I like Bulma or I like Nami, I like, I love the girls in the show. I'm like, then that's not a very good show. And also with all three of those shows, the problem with them is that I think they're from the same like public, creator, publisher, whatever, like company that makes them, and they end up like, what do? They end up trying to make it. They stretch it out as much as they can because that's what the manga did. Because the manga, they got paid per like issue of the manga, so they would just be like, oh well, this issue they're still fighting Frieza, and the next one they're fighting Frieza, and then fighting Frieza again, and so that's exactly how the show ended up turning out. And I'm just like, it was so bad. It's so bad to have to watch a fight that took 18 episodes to finish.
Yeah. John said, I'm not sure which bit you call him bullshit on, but he says you probably like anime films of Akira and Ghost in the Shell. I'll admit I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell. I have seen Akira. I do like Akira. Akira is a great movie. Like it is. It's a bit of a weird one, and but it's stunning visually. It's incredible. I also quite like Metropolis.
Yeah, not you, but I'm trying to say. Are you trying to say, John, is that Ghost in the Shell is bad? I'm just go ahead and continue. I'm curious if he's saying if it's bad or not, or if Akira is bad, because it seems like he's like, oh, you probably like the mainstream stuff. I love Ghost in the Shell, but yeah, you were saying Metropolis. I've seen that movie as well. That one's a good one.
Yeah. Metropolis is great. Now there are some. I like comedy animes. There's a couple of comedy animes I've seen, which are usually spin-offs of other animes. So Full Metal Panic Fumofu, I like that. And Nurse Witch Kamugi, I like that. Admittedly, both stupidly horny animes, but they're also very funny.
Fist of the North Star, Akira, Ninja Scroll, and Ghost in the Shell are all friendly. I've never seen the North Star or Ninja Scroll, but yeah, Akira and Ghost in the Shell, damn good. I personally, so to bring it back to the best Halloween movie, dude, Spirited Away, greatest thing to watch on. That is absolutely a Halloween movie, and I will defend it. Yes, absolutely, yes.
No, in the same way that I won't watch Alice in Wonderland on Halloween, like I'm not watching Spirited Away. Like
what? Okay, no. First of all, there's ghosts, there's witches, there are otherworldly creatures and like some would say spirits or demons. So I'm like, oh, that is all Halloweeny. Then we have it is, I suppose, just Alice in Wonderland, but in Japan. But still, though, I'm like, I don't know, man. That here at least in New Mexico, I don't know if they do it other places. I can't imagine they don't. But they put a Fathom event where they'll release it for like the 30th and the 31st in theaters here, and for like 2 showings for each day. And I'm just like, dude, that is absolutely a Halloween movie. It's great.
I can sort of see your logic on it, but I just would never think to watch it on Halloween. Like it's a fairy tale to me. You know, it's like magical. It's not spooky. I do kind of get that there are bits of it that are kind of scary, and you know, like the parents turning into pigs, and when No Face is eating everything. But yeah, not for me. I like for a Halloween movie, I want a movie that's at least trying to scare me.
Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, I can definitely get down with that then. But still, though, I'm like, I think that it definitely fits the criteria in the same way that like Nightmare Before Christmas or, you know, again, watching Goosebumps or something of that nature, like those could consider. I mean, old Goosebumps, the TV show, not the crappy movies that they made.
I saw something recently that reminded me of Are You Afraid in the Dark? And I was going to see if I can track down where I can watch Are You Afraid in the Dark, because I loved that show when I was a kid.
I feel like they got to have released it on YouTube, or someone's got to like have pirated it or something.
Yeah, it probably is on YouTube. You're right.
Like, yeah, because that show is so like at this point it's like almost 30 years or over 30 years old. So I'm like, it's got to be out there on the internet, ready to go. John says Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 or the 1981 version of Halloween 2. Which one? All right. I've only seen the first Rob Zombie one, and I didn't think that was all that good.
Like, yeah, I really like the first Rob Zombie Halloween, because I was thinking I've seen those way more than I've seen either version of Halloween 2. So I might go with Rob Zombie because I really like the Rob Zombie Halloween 1. But also Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is weird. It does a lot of weird stuff that's like, why is it doing that?
Yeah, it adds some like weird, like otherworldly, like demon shit in there, or at least the way that's how I remember it. Like it has him kind of like seeing the ghost of his mom or something like that. And I'm like, I'm not crazy about any of that.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm not a big fan of the original Halloween. Like I think probably because I did a lot of people I think my age did this, of kind of did Halloween in the wrong order, because you know, like you see like one of the sequels like on TV late at night way before you see the original, and then by the time you get to the original, like it's 20 years later after it came out, and it just feels kind of boring in comparison to what you've been watching.
Agreed.
So like I like the Rob Zombie update of it. I like all the stuff before he gets his mask back, and before like he becomes the Michael Myers that we know, like when he's in the asylum and when he kills Danny Trejo. Also, I like Malcolm McDowell. Who doesn't like Malcolm McDowell every now and then?
That was a good one. Yeah, Malcolm McDowell as the I think it was Dr. Loomis. That was really cool. And then apparently, you know, in that scene where they're in the car and she, like, the girl asks him, like, was that the boogeyman? And he says, yes, I believe it was. Like, Michael punches through the glass, right? Apparently, he didn't know that was going to happen. Like, that's like genuine horror on his face, because he was not aware that the glass was about to break. And so it scared the shit out of him.
Fair enough. No, I can enjoy that. Have you
Halloween? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. Following on from this, we'll go into this as well. But I'll put the question out: who has seen Halloween 3, and how do you feel about Halloween 3? Because I think that's the most interesting Halloween movie, but certainly not the best. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends are mixed as far as public opinion goes. Yeah, I was not. I didn't quite understand the whole thing of like, oh, we're throwing out everything else that's Halloween, and none of those were real sequels. And I was like, yeah, look, I know they weren't all good. I know we don't need to see Busta Rhymes versus Michael Myers, but like, it's a slasher movie. Like, accept that these movies are kind of schlock and go with it.
Yeah. Like, personally, I think H2O was the best one. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. But trying to turn Halloween or like the Michael Myers house into a reality show, and then him just showing up and murdering everybody is hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's a good bit of fun.
Wasn't you mentioned Halloween 3? Wasn't Halloween 3 the one where they did like the anthology series? It really had nothing to do with Michael Myers, but it was like other killers and other weird shit.
It wasn't an anthology, but yeah, Michael Myers is not in Halloween 3. So Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and that one's about a company that's making Halloween masks for kids called Silver Shamrock, and they're using a stolen piece of Stonehenge to control those children through their TVs, I think. And it's a really stupid movie that's all over the place. There's a really weird moment in it where like there's like a kind of main guy and he's like a middle-aged dude who's trying to figure out what's happening, and he picks up this young woman who's also suffered, and they're both hunting down the case. And there's a moment where they're in a motel together and then they sleep together, like they have physical relations, and then like there's a bit of a scene where they're in bed and they're talking about what they're going to do next. And then there's just this one moment where the guy looks at her and he goes, "How old did you say you were?" And it's just like, why is that in here? Why is that in the movie? That line didn't need to be there.
Why is it coming up? That's like he didn't know how old his sexual partner was.
Yeah, it's like this isn't on. You can't just do that. Halloween 3 is really weird. And yeah, isn't a Halloween movie. Basically, if you came looking for Michael Myers.
The 80s were a weird time. That's what I'm going to say. The 80s were a very weird... Yeah, it says it came out on October 22nd, 1982. I'm like, the 80s were a very weird time.
There is some strange things there. Oh, do you know what? Now, here's one, because I can completely see that it's not a Halloween vibe at all, not a Halloween aesthetic, but I would watch The Thing on Halloween very happily. But to be fair, I would probably watch The Thing any day of the year.
The Thing, yeah, dude, watching The Thing on Halloween. Ooh. I was going to say, like, next week, do we want to, like, or either next week or on the 18th, one of those two, because the 25th, I'm going to be out of town, but leading up to this, do we want to do, like, watch parties for like, Halloween movies? Like, I would do The Thing. I would watch the shit out of The Thing on here. Or we could also do, I was going to say Ghostbusters 2, because we already watched Ghostbusters like a couple years ago. And then, or we could, or another Halloween movie in my mind, which is Gremlins 2.
Ooh, I do like Gremlins 2. Ooh. Also, out to the audience, Gremlins, the first Gremlins, Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? What are we thinking?
Christmas movie. It takes place at. I know it's a freaky horror movie, but just because of that, I'm like, there are Christmas themed horror movies. There's Krampus exists.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel that has more of a Halloween vibe than a lot of other things. I don't know. Whereas I forget that it's at Christmas a lot of the time. Like if I think about the movie of Gremlins, I don't think about the fact that it's set at Christmas.
Yeah, so I'm going to agree with that guy that, first of all, what's up, DJ? Good to see you. And he says that, yeah, Gremlins is a Christmas movie. I'm going to say Gremlins 2 is absolutely a Halloween movie. But I believe that I'm the guy who says that because it takes place at Christmas, Die Hard is also a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I'm not sure something taking place at Christmas is enough for it to be a Christmas movie.
Tell that to Home Alone.
Why does Home Alone feel more like a Christmas movie to me? Why?
Maybe because it's like family get together. It's like good times, and you're supposed to have like a good feel. Like you're supposed to watch it with your family and feel good at the end of it.
I think that's it. I think it's a movie that can be on at Christmas and the whole family can watch. Like, whereas certainly, well, actually, you probably could with Gremlins.
So is Prometheus. Does Prometheus take place at Christmas? I didn't know. I guess. Although Prometheus definitely feels like it meets the criteria to be a Halloween movie. Love the Critters, Leprechaun, and the Pumpkinhead series. Ooh, those are all good.
Ooh.
There's one I haven't mentioned, and I think it's one that gets joked about and memed all the time, but Seven is also a great Halloween movie.
Oh. Ooh.
Like, because that one's it's just a great horror movie in general.
Yeah, I never would have said a Halloween movie, because that one is, I think, because it's not paranormal. I think a lot of the time what I want for Halloween stuff is there has to be something paranormal in it, and I would like it to be Yeah, so I need a monster or a ghost or something. And because like that's the thing where I think I would agree that Seven is a horror movie in a lot of ways, but it's kind of a thriller. It's kind of a, it's a murder mystery almost. But I love Seven. I love Seven so much.
See, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I would say paranormal has to be a thing. Like, I see why you'd say that because of movies like, again, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. We have Evil Dead. Like, these are all like demon, paranormal, like hell creatures. But I don't know. As far as that, I know people who do, like, they're kind of pretentious people, but I know people who do like to watch like Hitchcock movies during Halloween. So I'm like, I don't know. Would you consider that to be like Psycho or like something like that to be a Halloween movie?
No, but it is just because like part of it is that I have weird tastes, maybe weird tastes, but I don't feel like a movie where the killer is just a person is a horror movie to me. Like, so, which I know isn't correct because there's too many things that disprove that rule. Because Saw's a horror movie and it's only a guy. But I just, every time whenever there's like a movie and it's like, oh, it's just some dude, I'm always disappointed. I want something supernatural to happen.
You're the guy in Scooby Doo who's just like, oh man, another old guy in a costume.
Yeah. Like that's why I loved the 2001, whenever it was, movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. and all that lot.
Is that a horror? Or is that a Halloween movie?
I would say yes, for children.
Fair enough, for children, because you don't want to scare the crap out of them by putting on like, House on Haunted Hill or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Ooh, House on Haunted Hill. See, another good one, because that's one where there isn't anything paranormal going on. But I would definitely say go watch the original House on Haunted Hill, like for Halloween, because it's just fun and it's a good movie.
Agreed.
And it's
I think they did a remake of it where it is actual like demonic shit, but 13 Ghosts. 13 Ghosts is a really great horror. That's a great Halloween movie, and that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Apparently, they're going to make a TV show of 13 Ghosts, which I am really looking forward to.
I heard they're also making a TV series of it. It's like Welcome to Derry or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be like other people. Like it's like within like, or I don't know if it's within the 20 years or it's like between when the kids first see it and then when they come back as adults. But yeah, it's like an anthology series about different people who've been fucked with by the creature.
Oh, okay.
By Pennywise. For me, the classics are Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, etc. But I watch horror all year, so it's hard to say for me. And 13 Ghosts is badass. Hell yeah.
Yeah, 13 Ghosts is ace.
Also be in that group. John says Batman Returns feels like a Christmas movie. It absolutely is. And
yeah.
I would say Batman, though, is a Halloween movie. Like, if you want to watch the original like Jack Nicholson Batman, I'd get down watching that at Halloween.
Nah. Michael Keaton and his curly hair is not for Halloween.
Okay, so all right. Do you think there are? I guess Multiverse of Madness would be the first one to come to my mind. But do you think there are any like superhero movies that would be like Halloween movies?
You're right. Multiverse of Madness would be a good one. I'm not sure that there are any that have really met it for me. Even like Batman Begins has Scarecrow in it, but Scarecrow isn't a big enough thing. The movie focuses way more on Ra's al Ghul. Are there any others that would fit into that? Because there aren't. I know that they put out Werewolf by Night, but it kind of sucks.
It was not very good. It could have been, honestly, I would have gone for an hour and a half if they wanted to release it as a full movie and then them actually like flesh out the characters and make it actually try to establish that more in the world, or make it just an actual series or something.
Oh, probably Blade. If you want to watch the Blade movies.
Yeah. Blade. Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I don't know. Ghost Rider feels maybe a little bit too Western for me. Just that movie in particular. They really sort of focus on the Western vibes.
Try Ghost Rider 2. I guarantee you it'll be different.
Okay.
I don't think you've ever seen that one, have you?
No, no. Oh, and yes, yeah. Aaron said Constantine. That's not a bad shout.
Oh, the fucking Keanu Reeves Constantine.
Also, not a great movie, but I would maybe accept League of Extraordinary Gentlemen because you got Mr. Hyde in there. You got the Invisible Man. Kind of some horror stuff,
Dorian Gray, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
take it. And then we got Nina Harker. So yeah, no, I would, I'll take it.
yeah.
Just for comedic, Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I was gonna say I would then put any Dracula movie, basically, like any of the original Gothic horrors. So Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman. A lot of those movies aren't great. If you want to watch something terrible, but I do think is fun, Van Helsing. Like it's a bad movie, but I enjoy Van Helsing. I just can't get past it. I like it.
I like how goofy and it made the guy who was like a nerd. He's like in every other version of folklore, he's like a nerdy like scientist. It made him into a badass like monster hunter. So I'm like, I'm down with it. And Van Helsing, that just sounds like an action hero. So yeah, I'm like, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah,
and that was Universal using all of their fucking the shit that they owned and putting it all into one movie.
Now,
all right,
The Mummy, 1999's The Mummy. I would say is not a Halloween movie. However, it is a good enough movie that you are justified watching it any day of the year.
I would actually, I think I would agree with you on that one. Also, Kate Beckinsale is not in the Mummy. However, Kate Beckinsale in Evolution, in Underworld,
in
Underworld and Underworld Evolution, like all of the Underworld movies, I'm all about for Halloween. Like those are just great. Those are again kind of great like sci-fi action movies. So as far as like the vampires, they're werewolves, fuck it, go for it. Gretel and Hansel might be my Halloween movie watch over a slasher. You talking about the I think that was the one with Jeremy Renner.
I was gonna say is that the Jeremy Renner one?
Yeah, because I'm okay with it. The Brothers Grimm, maybe. The one
the Heath
Matt
Ledger
Damon and Heath Ledger and Matt Damon. The Invisible Man film that was released during the pandemic is interesting. Oh, that creepy one about the fucking like the domestic violence dude who can afford an invisible suit.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. Also, so this is where like none of my things are really strict rules because technically they're just people. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is one of my favorite like fun horror movies to watch. So it's great for like getting people around on Halloween to watch it. Number 2's wacky as such. And I fully recommend it. It's got Dennis Hopper in it being just weird, like losing his mind. There's a very suggestive, weird scene with a bathtub of ice and a chainsaw between someone's legs. It's really kind of funny, and it stars as the guy with a metal plate in his head, whose name escapes me, Bill Moseley, who I love. Bill Moseley. He's in most of the Rob Zombie movies, and he's great.
Bill Moseley. Let me see if I remember it. No, I don't think I recognize. Oh, but okay. He's in apparently The Devil's Rejects, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, House of 1,000 Corpses. Apparently, I guess I don't know. I have to look this up and see if this is true because I don't know if that's what's coming up when I look up when I Google the guy's name.
Bill Moseley's great. Yeah. He's Otis in House of 1,000 Corpses and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and 3 from Hell. Don't bother watching 3 from Hell. It's not Rob Zombie's best.
Apparently he was also in Army of Darkness, and I guess he had a role in Night of the Living Dead as well. He has been in a number of like horror greats, like as far as movies are concerned.
Yeah, he's in loads of horror movies. And I was going to mention something. I've just forgotten what it was. What was it about? Oh, that's it. Something else. What was that? Stephen King movies as Halloween watchable. Yeah, The Shining. Great. I'd say The Shining's great Halloween movie.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. That is probably the goofiest scene in a horror movie that I've ever seen in my life, and it lives rent free in my head.
That was it. I was gonna say a weird movie. So this is a very strange movie, I think people should watch it just to know how weird this movie is. Bill Moseley is in a film called Repo: The Genetic Opera, which is very odd. It's a musical about like a dystopian future where everyone is addicted to getting surgery, and they're then addicted to a like painkiller that helps them deal with the pain of that surgery, which is obtained by draining it out of corpses. And it stars Giles from Buffy and the girl from Spy Kids. And it's
Alexa Vega.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's like the lead. And then Giles from Buffy is her dad. But he's also the Repo Man who he goes and like takes back organs, like people who can't afford to pay for the surgery they got. He goes and like repossesses what they got in the surgery.
Isn't that what Repo Man was based off of?
I don't know if Repo Man was based off of it, but very similar concept. The one with Jude Law, Repo Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is also a good movie, kind of. It's weird. It's worth a watch because it's a weird movie.
So I'm going to agree that I think Stephen King movies definitely kind of can be Halloween movie films. I recently saw what's it called? The Long Walk.
Oh yeah.
I could put that on a Halloween watch list. It definitely had like creepy vibes. It had like, you see at least 4 different kids get capped in the face, and they don't just imply it. They show it like full on.
Okay.
So I'd call that a horror movie. And then like obviously The Shining, like Green Mile, I wouldn't say necessarily because that's more of like it feels a little more of a happy thing, like where it has a happier ending.
Shawshank Redemption is probably not going to be a great Halloween watch.
Stand by Me, same thing. I wouldn't call that.
Do not watch Maximum Overdrive at any time of year. It is one of the worst films I've ever seen.
What's it go? Jeepers Creepers. I love Jeepers Creepers.
The
one with Justin Long in it. The one with, like the ones that came after that, I'm like, I'm not as crazy about, but the Justin Long one, great movie.
I haven't seen that in years. It's the Hatchet series. That's a pretty good one. Hatchet's kind of fun. It's full of loads of cameos. Oh, Candyman. Always watch Candyman at any time of year.
That makes me think of also that actor is in Final Destination. Those are definitely Halloween films.
Yes, and there's something supernatural in those. I will accept them.
I will accept. I also saw Bloodlines a little while ago, and it was, it's okay. I don't think it. I think it was overblown because that Final Destination doesn't like connect everything the way that it made it seem like it was going to. But
okay, yeah. Final Destination, they have to be just viscerally fun movies. They have to be just really, like, your kills have to be really funny and interesting to watch. You have to have lots of tension about, like, where the kill is coming from. Loads of kind of Rube Goldberg machine stuff happening. That's what makes that stuff work really well.
I agree.
Why, AGG, why are you putting in Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, like, callbacks into the chat? Why are we going on to this now?
Wait, where's the...
He's on that shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption. Chicago.
Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that. I did not realize that was Ace Ventura.
Yeah, man, I was obsessed with that movie as a kid. It was one of those, like, got it at the rental store, like, week after week. Until I think my parents, like, paid the people at the store to say that they didn't have it anymore.
Okay, so I don't think necessarily it being released in October makes it a Halloween film. Like, it can definitely be released in any time of the year and still be like a Halloween movie, just because it's not. I know Weapons was released in August. That definitely could be a Halloween movie. Like, it's like, you know what I mean. I saw what is it? Not Evil Dead Rising. I think that they came out in like they came out in like March, or I want to say like something like that. So yeah, I'd still call it horror movie.
Oh, that movie, great. If you haven't seen that movie, I absolutely recommend it. It's not exactly the same as the other Evil Deads, but I loved it.
I wasn't crazy about it myself. I'm like, it's cool and all, and it's freaky, and it has the body horror, but I'm just like, is this supposed to be how the book got to the cabin, or is this like an origin for it? Like, what the fuck are we watching here?
I don't think so. I almost feel like it's not really linked to the other Evil Dead movies. It's like it's almost like a parallel universe or something, because like they don't have the book. They've got like the records of people reading from the book, which is sort of like a reference to and it's full of references to the old movies, like the eyeball going down someone's throat is from Evil Dead 2. But they do so much fun stuff in it, and they clearly having fun doing it. That bit where the daughter is eating glass is just gorgeous. I love it. It's so good. I really.
There's a real creepy part at the end there where like all the bodies like become like this amalgamated like horror mass, and it's like pretty freaky. I'm just like, oh my god, like it was nuts. But yeah, no, as far as the effects go, it was pretty good. But I don't know. They made it seem like it was going to be like the scariest Evil Dead that they've ever made, and I'm just like, I think the remake that they made in 2018, 2017.
Yeah, that was really like, it was like completely serious Evil Dead. It was like, it's not supposed to be funny at all. It's just like, you're supposed to be freaked out by this Evil Dead. It occurred to me, I cannot believe that I blanked on this, but the superhero movie that is perfect for watching at Halloween is any of the Hellboy movies.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Batman, because that one works too. But yeah, but Hellboy 2, like even the remake of Hellboy with what's it, David Harbour.
Yeah,
I still have yet to watch The Crooked Man. That's on my list.
Was it Fede Alvarez did that one?
Is you talking about the remake that of Hellboy,
or was that one of the Evil Dead ones?
Fede Alvarez. Oh, that's Evil Dead. Yeah, he did the Evil Dead, and I think they said he also did Alien Romulus.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So real good with body horror. Oh shit, he did Don't Breathe as well. Which, if you don't know, that's the kind of a creepy one. Like that's like the people break into this dude's house, like expecting him to be like he's like supposedly some like blind old rich guy, but he's also like an ex-Green Beret and shit, and he's like hearing is really good. He's like Daredevil, but it becomes like this whole thing where they have to sneak around his house and like hope that he doesn't hear them.
Yeah, it's kind of what if Daredevil was the bad guy. It's a pretty good movie. Have you seen Don't Breathe 2?
No, because again, isn't there like a subplot in there that he like kidnaps girls and like it forcibly impregnates them and shit?
That's what he's trying to do, yeah, in the first movie. So that's what it is in the first movie. That's how bad a person he is. The second movie, they pull a Terminator 2, and he's the good guy.
Yeah, because I remember that the second one is like, doesn't he have a daughter at that point? And the guys are trying to kidnap her, but like she's a bad guy or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like he found this girl after a fire or something and has convinced her that he's her dad, and then her real parents like come and kidnap her, and her real parents are douchebags, so he goes and kills them all. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I think they kind of did the same thing with what's it called, with Megan. Like they made like the first movie horrifying, like she's an AI that goes rogue and starts killing people, and then in the next one it's like, hey, we're gonna weaponize you against another AI that's even more evil.
Yeah, Megan's not a bad movie, but I wouldn't say it's a Halloween movie. I just don't think it's a scary movie in any way.
Okay, so in that vein, would you say that the Child's Play movies are scary?
Probably not, no. Certainly, like, when it gets into, like, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, they're not scary movies. They're horror comedies.
Of themselves. Yeah.
Like, and they're good. I like them. Not just because of how much I fancy Jennifer Tilly. That is part of it. But I do like those movies.
Fair enough. I'm like, and yeah, but I would definitely agree that by the time we get to those ridiculous ones, like, and even like the show that they have that they released, I'm like, yeah, no, it's at that point, it's just horror comedy. It's not really like trying to take itself seriously. Versus like the first like 3 Child's Play movies are like they're trying to be like straight faced about it.
Yeah.
Wednesday on Halloween. Yes. Twice on Thursday.
I'd probably watch the 90s Addams Family movies, particularly Addams Family Values. I really love that one.
Oh God, dude, no. I love it for nostalgia, but I'm like, I hate that one so much.
Oh, it's so good. It's got Joan Cusack, and she's awesome in it.
I'm like, she's insufferable in that movie. I understand that's the point. She's supposed to be, but it's just like, oh my god, are you annoying?
I love it. I love watching Wednesday set fire to that summer camp. I love the whole thing. She falls in love with Bernard from the Santa Claus for some reason.
True. It does have one of the most iconic lines. Is like, "Oh, I'll be the victim all your life." It's like that's probably she was iconic.
Lines. There's that bit where she comes in when Joan Cusack first turns up, and she looks at Gomez and says, "Aren't you a lady killer?" And he says, "Acquitted." I just love it. I love.
They
I love
named their
beginning.
Go ahead.
The beginning where Morticia's just like, "I'm gonna have a baby right now." Like, just kicks off. I fucking love that.
Yeah, but the fact that they named their son Pubert, like, that's a wild choice. And I also love how the siblings try to murder the baby and it just doesn't work. Like,
yeah,
they try to guillotine him and he catches the fucking blade.
The Looney Tunes stuff they do there is great. I loved it. Patrick's asked, "Did you see the Rob Zombie Monsters movie?" I didn't. The trailers and clips that I saw of it did not look very good to me. Also, I'm just not a Monsters guy. Never got into it. I didn't have much opportunity to see it. Like, it played sometimes on TV here in the UK. But by the 90s.
2022. What the?
Yeah,
fuck?
you know, I follow Rob Zombie on Instagram, so I knew about him doing this. But yeah, he did a Monsters movie.
What the? I knew nothing about. That's wild.
And guess who's in it? Guess who plays the lead woman in the Rob Zombie Monsters movie?
His wife.
My goodness, how could you tell?
I don't know, just intuition, I guess. Yeah, no, dude, he puts his wife in everything, and it's ridiculous. So does James Gunn, and so do a lot of like other actors, and like or directors, where they put their friends and like what was his name? Tim Burton put his wife in there, or his ex-wife in there for the longest time.
Good God, yeah. I think the difference is usually there's like you say, there's lots of directors who do that. A lot of the time, they're great actors, So like, as much as I don't like everything that Johnny Depp has done, Johnny Depp is a good actor. Every now and then, he turns out these incredible performances. Sherry Moon Zombie hasn't ever. I think like she's good as Baby in like the Devil's Rejects trilogy or whatever you want to call it, but I can't stand her as anything else, really. She's fine. She's all right as the mum in the first Halloween, but nah.
Yeah, V for Vendetta, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think V for Vendetta counts. That's just because he's wearing a Halloween costume doesn't, and just because the Guy Fawkes mask became like the most popular thing for like that whole year, I would not call it a Halloween or a Halloween movie.
But wait a week, and then on the 5th of November, watch V for Vendetta because it's Guy Fawkes night.
Exactly. There you go. So it's like it has its own holiday. Stop trying to horn in on Halloween's Kool-Aid.
And there aren't really any other Guy Fawkes movies. I mean, there probably is some biopic out there of like the actual guy, but nah.
I've never seen Nick of Time and don't know what that is. But apparently Johnny Depp is good in it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that film.
Like he's in Sleepy Hollow. You can go check that out. He is in Sleepy Hollow, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I do believe I've seen that one.
Yeah. Edward Scissorhands. It's not my favorite movie, but you could watch that on Halloween. I think that's appropriate.
I'm pretty sure to go back to Sleepy Hollow, I'm pretty sure Christina Ricci is also in. She's Katrina in that one.
Yeah, Christina Ricci's in that. It's not I don't particularly like the movie, but I think absolutely unacceptable Halloween movie would be Beetlejuice. And a similar movie that's lesser known, but I think you could watch on Halloween is Monkey Bone. Go try that one out for size.
Monkey Bone? Maybe. Let me see if I remember Monkey Bone. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the Brendan Fraser one. Maybe.
It's not that spooky. All the stop motion stuff I think is really good, though. All the stuff that's in like the Land of Dreams is wacky and weird, and I really like it.
Here, I want to bring this up. The 28 series, 28 days, 28 weeks, 28 years later. Would we call these Halloween films?
Yes, I think so, but I think I would definitely say if you're trying to have a fun like Halloween night by watching a scary movie, don't bother watching 28 Years Later.
It's not scary. I still argue that it's not really a horror movie. It's more of like an adventure movie. It's the little boy is going through the hero's journey. Like it's the call to action. He fucks it up. He has to redeem himself. Like he goes and sees the fucking wizard. He's on a journey to heal his mom. And so he goes and takes her to the hermit out in the fucking middle of nowhere, does a perilous journey. I'm like, he even is using a bow and arrow. I'm like, it feels very much like it's just some kind of like medieval fucking like prince or like the farm boy goes and tries to, it is Star Wars without the lightsabers or the Death Star.
I can see what you mean. To be honest, I think calling it an adventure movie makes it sound way too much fun. like,
there's that too.
Also, Patrick, so you said about, is Monkey Bone made by the Gremlins guy or the Nightmare Before Christmas guy? So Monkey Bone is made by the guy who actually directed Nightmare Before Christmas, not Tim Burton. So it's made by Henry Selick, who is the stop motion animator that did all the actual direction for Tim Burton, because Tim Burton couldn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas because he was directing Batman Returns, I believe. So yeah, Henry Selick is the one who did that, and his animation is brilliant. His style and all that shit he does is great. He also made the James and the Giant Peach movie, which is why Jack Skellington's in that movie.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, there's a bit where they have to get a compass from a sunken pirate ship, and the captain is Jack Skellington.
I have to go back and watch James and the Giant Peach now. I don't think I ever noticed that.
Yeah, James the Giant Peach is that's a good movie. I think it's a great movie.
Great movie, not a horror movie, or not a Halloween movie though. I'm gonna say that,
I would let you get away with that maybe because it's weird and creepy in bits, but it isn't a Halloween movie. You're right.
If we're going there, then Pinocchio could be a horror, or it could be a Halloween movie because that one horrifying scene where the kid turns into a fucking donkey.
I also think that some of the whale stuff is quite creepy. Like when you see the whale from the outside and they see its eye and stuff. I think that's pretty creepy.
Yeah, no, that is kind of terrifying for a kid. And like, I mean, it was 1920s when that came out. So, but yeah, like children used to be like different, man. Batman Forever, I guess under the loosest definition that falls under a Halloween movie. But I'm like, even then, See, had lots of studio interference diluting the vibe, which I'm guessing is that James and the Giant Peach, or which one is that?
That might be, yeah, because like that happens a lot to Roald Dahl stories, because like the stories are always kind of messed up, like the original books, and then they make a movie out of it, and people are like, you can't put that in a movie.
If we're just including one scene to qualify it as a horror movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The tunnel scene freaks me. That I think is enough to be just like a horror short.
Yeah, just watch that on itself. Although a very legitimate Roald Dahl-based movie, The Witches. I haven't seen the remake with Anne Hathaway, but The Witches, the old school one, very much works. But like, even in that, in the book, the kid gets turned into a mouse and then dies because he's a mouse. Like he just dies of old age in like 2 years. Whereas the movie, they're like, oh, well, one day he just got turned back into a boy and everything's fine.
Well, yeah, because that's depressing. Frankenweenie, oh, that's a good one. E.T., Stranger Things, I'll let you get away with as well. Like, okay, it's got an interdimensional horror. It's got a little girl who's got like psychic. It's got like Carrie before she becomes Carrie, and yeah, it's okay, fine. I'll give you the Stranger Things, but E.T., I feel like E.T. is more of like a feel-good, like sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it's too feel-good. It's too like everything's fine. And even though you're right, they have the trick-or-treating scene, but I just think I don't know. I just don't like E.T.
I'd give the Goonies more of a fucking Halloween movie than I would E.T.
That's another one where like I would argue it's not a Halloween movie, but it's such a good movie you can watch it whenever you want.
Oh yeah, Coraline, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely. I'm trying to think. I'm going back to my old Disney days. Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, like
maybe the Black Cauldron. That's got some creepy bits in it.
Definitely the Black Cauldron. I would watch the shit out of the Black Cauldron.
I don't know. Have you tried watching it recently?
Not yet. It is on Disney Plus, so I'm like, maybe I'll do that this Halloween. Maybe I'll convince my friends to watch The Black Cauldron.
You'll probably get real sick of that little furry dog thing real fast.
Oh God, Gurgi! Oh man. I don't know. I definitely would say that's for both like D&D nerds and for Halloween like nerds. I'm like that's for both.
Do you know what? There was a cartoon. I think it might have been a Rankin Bass production, but like one of the really late ones called The Halloween Tree, and it's based on it's a sci-fi writer. I can't think of his name, but like it's a weird movie about some like kids in like America in like the 50s. It looks like, or maybe it's supposed to be the 80s or something. And their friend dies, and then they see they like see him get taken away in an ambulance, but then they see him running to this old man's house, and he steals a pumpkin that's growing on this big tree that's covered in pumpkins with faces on, and it's like he's stolen his soul back because he doesn't want to die. And the kids meet the creepy old man who owns this house, and he takes them on a trip through time, trying to chase their friend and catch him so they can like save him. And they go through like Halloween in different cultures and different periods of history. It's cool.
That actually sounds kind of cool. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, the Halloween tree is all right. And that might be one of those ones that's like just up on YouTube now.
All right, I'll have to give that a try some point. I'm trying to think of like what other like Halloween shows or movies there could be, because we've gone through a ton of them. And I'm like, that is not the bar. And if it is, then I'm like, that is a loose bar.
Yeah. You've got to have something more, something that like you watch it and you feel like it's Halloween. That's the thing I'm aiming for.
Grinch Night, the sequel to the Christmas movie, has kids getting. What is Grinch Night?
I did not know that was a thing. Ooh, Phantasm, Aaron, very good. Yeah, the Phantasm series, definitely roll with that.
Phantasm. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It's like a really big tall guy with a silver ball that like flies at people. Phantasm's really weird. It goes all over the place. They've got like dwarves that are capturing people and making them slaves or something. I can't quite remember. You'll have to correct me on things, Aaron.
I completely fucking forget. Alien, just Alien in general, like the Alien movie. I would say Alien Romulus. If you want to do Aliens or the other, but Alien, definitely, that's a horror movie for Halloween. I would even give it to Predator. Like I would, like I know it's more of an action movie than a horror movie, but I'd still give it to Predator.
Yeah, maybe.
Predator 2, no.
Yeah,
Predator 2 is too goofy.
It's on the edge. What other? I mean, there's going to be loads. I'm just struggling to think of them now.
So there's one I would. So this is a cartoon movie, but it's like one I think that could work. So Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. You remember the Batman the animated series movie?
Oh, I do like Mask of the Phantasm. That's a good movie. Yeah, I'll give you that. Or just there are some more of the animated series classic episodes. Man Bat, I think could be something good to watch at Halloween. The one where there's like a weird mummy woman that keeps like sucking out people's like souls or something, like that could be in there.
There are definitely a few like Halloween feeling episodes in there. I would say any of the ones that involve Scarecrow or like him having to do like fear talks and stuff. Also, Batman Begins.
Especially later Scarecrow, like in the animated series when they like made his design way cooler and way creepier.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like in the new Batman Adventures or whatever the fuck they call, like when the animation style changed abruptly.
Yeah. When for some reason the Joker looked way worse than he did before.
Children of the Corn. Oh, Children of the Corn.
Puppet Master as well. It's a good shout.
Master, yeah. All right, so I think we have about 10 minutes left, so I think we'll end it on this topic. Would you consider Donnie Darko to be a horror or a Halloween movie?
Oh, my immediate thought is no. My immediate thing is like no, not Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko's, I don't know, man. Like I watched that movie one time, like 20 years ago or whenever it came out, And I was like, fuck this movie. Like, I did not like Donnie Darko very much at all. But in the same way of like similar things with a similar vibe, like I wouldn't have said I agree with Aaron, not Through a Scanner Darkly, no. Or what's the movie that I was thinking of? Butterfly Effect. I wouldn't have said that was a Halloween movie, and that feels kind of like Donnie Darko to me. Like it's sort of about time and stuff. Like,
Yes, I think my thing was why I would say it is because it's really not a horror movie. It's not trying to scare you, but what it like there's some really off-putting parts with Frank. Whenever he sees that fucking rabbit, like that freaks me the hell out. And there's just a lot of like he'll randomly be walking down the there's a part where he's walking down the street and it's just super quiet, super silent, and it just feels like something's about to jump out and scare you, but it never does. So I think it's the off-putting feeling I get in some of those scenes.
I can see what you mean, and I do kind of love movies like that like aren't really horrors but feel weird. Yeah, it's acceptable. If you tell me you've watched that on Halloween, I'll understand, but it's not. It wouldn't be my choice.
All right. Well, I thought that was going to take longer, but I don't know. I guess Patrick's been joking about it a couple of times. Yeah, I guess it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's like we all watched it as children. Like at least they played it in school for us every Halloween or like around October. They'd play it in school for us because it was like, oh well, it's a free day, guys. Let's watch this movie because and so
yeah.
So there is. So I guess I don't know. I get if you want to watch Charlie Brown. It's my mom forces us to watch every time we hang out during Christmas. She forces us to watch the Charlie Brown Christmas. So,
really?
Yeah, she loves that part where he talks about the Bible.
Oh, actually, I was going to say that the Snowman might be worse, which is what we have to watch here in the UK.
Snowman? Don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh god, it's fucking awful, man. It's based on like a comic, like an old British like one-issue comic of this story of a kid who makes a snowman, and then like on Christmas Eve the snowman comes to life and they fly around the country and see people doing Christmas things, and they meet a bunch of other snowmen and the snowmen have a party, and then in the morning the snowman's melted and it's kind of sad and whatever. It sucks.
That's literally just Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like I don't know if you've ever seen that cartoon, but that is literally just Frosty the like minus a magic hat.
Yeah, probably. It just sucks, and a huge amount of it is a song. This fucking song, "Walking in the Air," that's sung by this bastard called Aled Jones, who was a kid when he did it, and then like had a career. There's a show in the UK called Songs of Praise. It's the worst thing in the world. It's on the BBC on a Sunday, and it's just people at church singing hymns. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, that does not sound great. Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about Christmas movies. We'll get into that. Yeah. We have a whole 2 months to have to worry about that bullshit. Oh god, fucking Christmas.
Okay, right. So I know this never goes well when I bring this up, but I would say if you want to watch a different movie at Halloween, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is acceptable.
You know what? I will accept that because it has that fuck off. Like it has two things that are considered like scary. The Kalima, like that's pretty freaky. And then we also have the part where they're eating all the the monkey brains and the snake intestines and whatever. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, that's okay.
There's all the bugs as well, and like, yeah, it's the creepier Indiana Jones movie. I think you could watch that at Halloween.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I will definitely not a conventional Halloween film, but yeah, it's definitely got the creepy factor. So I'm like, yeah, no.
Also, what bad can you say about a movie that starts with Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford in a white tuxedo stabbing a man with a flaming shish kebab? It's incredible.
That is true. That is very true. It's some cool scenes. I think Short Round, as racist as the character may have been, I like Short Round. So, and then also, it had some really cool parts for an Indiana Jones film. Like I like the whole chase scene on like the train tracks, whatever, in the mine.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. All right, yeah, I will definitely accept that. Fuck. Last minute suggestions, guys. Come on, we got 5 minutes left. Let's do it.
Mr. October, the Reggie Jackson story. who is Reggie Jackson? Is he some sort of ball player of some description?
I believe so. Let me see. Reggie Jackson.
Is he the baseball player that's in basketball?
Yeah, he's the baseball player.
Ah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I did not know there was a Reggie Jackson story. Oh, apparently, yeah, they're releasing in 2023. They released a movie called Reggie. I guess about Reggie Jackson. I didn't know anything about fucking Mr. October. I don't even know who Reggie Jackson is, to be completely honest. I only vaguely know the name. Okay, you know what? This is something that came up recently because my brother watches this show. Do you watch? Or have you ever seen Supernatural?
No, it keeps coming up on my YouTube a lot. I see a lot of clips of it, but I've never watched it.
Yeah. So I mean, I would give that one a pass. It's like it's mind you, it is a show about like, oh, it's a Wendigo, oh, it's a vampire, it's a zombie, you know, whatever. They're demon hunters. So, but I'm like, yeah, any given episode of that, I would accept like binging it on Halloween.
I think that's correct. Same thing with like if you wanted to binge Buffy, like yeah, you know,
dude,
much
like better choice, much better choice. Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, okay. Oh, Cabin in the Woods is almost like the ultimate Halloween movie because it's like the Halloween movie about Halloween movies. Yeah, that's a good one. Devil's Advocate.
I would say yes because it has the devil. It literally has the devil in it, and that's what's his name?
It's Pacino.
Al Pacino. And yeah, so I'm like, I would say yeah. It has some spooky stuff. Like it has a couple of jump scares in there.
I would also add to that a couple of other like devil movies with good actors. Angel Heart, interesting movie where Robert De Niro plays the devil, and the lead actor is Mickey Rourke before he destroyed his face. Which he's such a different looking guy.
If you've ever seen the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington.
All right, yeah.
Like that one's a pretty good one.
And there's another one. This one is technically a New Year's movie if it's based on when it's set. End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I can't remember the name of the guy who plays the devil. He's really good.
Isn't there like a really bad CGI devil that like pops out at the very end of that movie and like I forget how that, but yeah, I seem to recall him being in a church and there being like him having to square off with the devil. See, they called episode 2 Mr. October of Alien Earth. It was the baseball scene. Okay, yeah, that's right. That is right. Mr. Reggie Jackson is called Mr. October. I forgot about that. All right, but I think this is where we're gonna wrap it up. We only got about 2 minutes left, so we'll wrap it up here. So yeah, it's been a fun talk about different like Halloween movies or what constitutes a Halloween movie. I like that. And so I guess I'll have to ask: is it next week? Do we want to do a watch party or of a Halloween film?
It might be a good. Yeah, I think it might be a good thing to do. I just don't know what movie to do. Which should we choose of all these Halloween movies?
To put like a poll or something on like I'll post like a poll in there and be like, which one do you like? Which one's the best Halloween movie?
Yeah,
and then just whatever one that comes up, we watch that.
Yeah. I'd like a bit of me is like I'd love to watch Ghostbusters 2 because I love Ghostbusters 2, but the entire thing is me just it's going to just be me defending Ghostbusters 2 to all the people who are wrong
for all the reasons why it like is not. No, it's a good movie, but still all the reasons that it kind of like fucks it. Because I'm like Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver's thing changing from being a like. She goes from being like a musician to being a painter or something.
Yeah, she's like a concert cellist or like something like that. And then she's like, oh, now I restore paintings. It is in some way. People are correct that it's a terrible sequel, but I love that movie.
Great movie. But anyway, guys, that's where so as I said, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you to Aaron. Thank you to Patrick, to Mr. Action. We had BR Bricks. John Early was in here. Like. Thank you guys all for being here. You guys are awesome. And then, of course, thank you to the Fulcrum Council members. We have Aaron, we have Andrew Stashik, we have Xavier Stubbs, and then, we have one more. Orion? Oh, yeah. Nope, not Orion. David Whedon. There we go. That's the one. And so, yeah, thank you guys all for being there. And Harrison, before we go, you have anything you wanted to plug real quick? I saw you released a video.
Yeah, there's a video. Hard Merchandise has continued. It's a 2 hours video that's up. So if you're interested in that audiobook, go and carry on with it. And yeah, I'm planning to release more episodes soon.
Very good. And yeah, so guys, be on the lookout for that. I will get around to hard now that I finished with the first thing of Lost Years. I will definitely get around to Hard Contact eventually. I'm working on it. I promise. Trying to keep my relationship together. So as soon as I do that, I will definitely get onto it. But until next time, I have been Gilbert.
I've been Harry.
And this has been the Fulcrum Entertainment Podcast. Thank you guys all for being here. You have been awesome fans. We appreciate you. And before I go, actually, let's get to 20,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We can do this. We only have 800 to go. Come on, guys. Peace. Take it easy, everybody.